Recording in progress.
Hi, I hope this video finds you doing well today. Today I am going to talk a little bit about the healing festival that I went to a few days ago. It was a summer solstice festival. It was really interesting. It was my first time um, doing like mini sessions at a festival, and I loved it so much. It was quite a learning experience for me, and really helped me like hone in on certain things I want in my life, and I just gained a lot of like clarity, and then I had a lot of observations and stuff. um, it was really nice because Chris went with me, and he like would sit at the table as I would do like the sessions, and then kind of deflect people for me, so I would have time to like energetically clear myself, because I was kind of wondering how that was going to go down, because like I knew that once I started I wouldn't have too much time to energetically clear. Um, but everything worked out beautifully. Like I didn't take home any like empathic connections or cords or hooks with these people, which was nice. However, I could feel myself becoming a bit more ungrounded and in the clouds once Chris left, because I didn't have someone deflecting, so I wasn't able to clear as well. Um, and it was interesting because a lot of the people that I worked on had stuff going on with their throat chakras, like a lot. Um, it was either the throat or the heart, but most of them were throat. Um, and it was interesting because, like, even though I didn't really take cords or energy hooks or anything like that with me, like, I remember I had asked Chris when I got home, because he left early so that way he could like help me house sit, because the doggies needed to be let out at a certain time. And so I had told him, I was like, hey, do you mind messaging so and so about this like tomorrow, so that way like um, we can figure out what's going on with like what it was we were talking about or whatever. And sorry, the screen just did something, so I don't know if that cut off or not. Um, I'll just repeat that because I don't know what happened on the screen. But so I asked him if he would message someone um, that we both had like a, whoa, a bee just went by with a worm, that we both had like a arrangement with, and I was like, hey, can you talk to them about this? Like, I don't really feel like being too pushy, especially because like they're my friend, and they're not as much his friend. It's more neutral with them. And then he was like, yeah, sure. But then I went and I took like a salt bath with oils and stuff, and there was like cinnamon, orange, cedarwood, lemon in it, and then salts. And then as soon as I got out of the bath, I immediately like messaged the person and was fine. So I realized like my throat chakra had gotten a little choked up by everybody else's throat chakras, which again, this is why like as an energy healer, it's so important to constantly clean your energy. Like a lot of people say, oh, like you can clear it through just visualization, which that's great if you can do that. But like for me, I prefer doing a blend of like visualization or sound or salt baths and herb work. Like, I don't know, to each their own. So, I mean, yeah, if any of you are watching and you're energy healers, make sure you um, take salt baths after working so heavily with people, because I think I worked on like 15 people that day. Um, and it was really cool working on everybody. And then it was interesting though, because the place that we went to for the festival, like, it did not have like the highest vibration in that area, which made me question a few things. Like, I was going to do the sweat ceremony, but I decided not to. It just didn't feel right. And then there was a lot of people there that were like, um, I think they were at the like thing for like the wrong motive. Like some of them felt like they weren't really being authentic. It felt like they were trying to be authentic, but it was coming off very inauthentic. I don't know if that makes sense. And then um, Chris was telling me that for the pipe ceremony that they were using, I think it was sativa or salvia or something. So like the people had to take an educational class in order to go ahead and perform, or not perform, be part of the pipe ceremony. Which to me, like, I don't know, I highly resonate with like the Lakota and their way of doing things, and from my understanding with like the Lakota, like they use like ceremonial tobacco, and then they use a blend of like other herbs that they smoke. It's not so much something that like takes you out of your mind or expands your mind. So like that just didn't sit well with me. Um, which that was also interesting with the festival. Like my intuition was just like so spot on. Like once I really let my intuition take the wheel, like I did not get misled at all that day. So that was a really cool learning experience for me. Um, and then like what else was there? Oh, so then this I'm just gonna share this part in case you are like an energy healer or something, and maybe you're gonna start doing your own like metaphysical fairs and stuff. Because part of why I went to this was to get the feel of what a metaphysical fair would be like and to build my mailing list for my YouTube channel, because I just want to help people educate themselves, and feel like the more I have on my mailing list, the more I can educate people. So one thing that I did right when I got there was I immediately set up like a salt circle perimeter. Um, and then I went ahead and sprinkled dandelion and comfrey leaves around that perimeter. And then on the corners of the perimeter, I put shungite powder, shungite crystal powder, because it's very powerful and protective. And then in the middle, I put a lemon and a citrine and an amethyst. And then I went ahead and drew the Reiki symbols on each corner of the perimeter and in the center. And I set the intention to keep it like uplifted and safe and high vibrational, to where I didn't pick up anything that other people were bringing. And it worked beautifully. Like even Chris could tell walking in and out of the circle. He's like, it just feels way better in the circle than it does out of it. And I was like, yeah. And then I totally believe that the lemon is a big part of why I did not take other people's crap with me. I had watched in a video a while back, I don't remember whose channel it was, but they were saying how like they leave lemons in rooms to break up density and to absorb density, and you can tell how much density there is by how much the lemon color changes. Um, and so, I mean, I hadn't thought of that video in months, and then I thought of it that day, and so I just took a lemon and did it and had no issues. Um, so that was pretty cool. And then I used like one of those like reclining chairs, but I actually didn't have it recline. I'll have to practice with Chris because I don't know how it'll feel to like ground people when they're reclined. So it was really cool because I would ground people and I would be on the ground as I grounded them, and I just felt like it was very humbling for me to be that way. And I feel like the dirt and the rocks and the ground were really like rooting these people through me being on the ground versus if I had just sat next to them and like held their feet. Um, and yeah, like it was just cool. And I had so many like cool conversations. And then I absolutely love the vendor that was next to me. She's definitely like fairy origins, and then I'm definitely like mermaid angel origins. Um, and we just had so many great conversations. And I worked with her and her significant other, and then I worked with her mom, which her mom was like probably my favorite session of the day. She was just so sweet. Like I haven't worked with such sweet energy before, just like a very genuinely sweet woman. So that was really cool. And then like I was just like lit up like all day, like so lit up. And I told Chris, I was like, you know, like because I've been not taking classes, but I'm in a resonance repatterning program, and I have been for the last like 5.5 months, to help me turn off patterns that aren't serving me and turn on patterns that are serving me. And one of the things that my mentor that leads that program had been saying was that I need to switch my energy practice over. Well, I need to make a decision. First, she was saying I need to switch it over to where like I do energy healing programs, um, where it's like so many sessions a month for like a set sum for 6 months, and then have a contract and all that. Which I like that idea because that's what I'm doing with her. But I don't know, there was like resistance within me about it, you know. And then she was like, well, for now, just focus on what feels best to you. Which I was like, oh, I'd rather focus on like just like doing sessions here and there, and like I don't know, like I like that. And then like I had watched this video, it was on the Deja Blue podcast, I think it was with her friend Reverend Brianna maybe. And in that video, like Brianna had said that she was talking about money, and she had said something along the lines of like, if you can get several high paying clients to pay like 90% of like to generate 90% of your income, to where you have like free time to give back to the community, like that's the best way to do it, because then you're not working so like hard and stretched out and scattered, and then you're really honed in and focused with people that really want to do the work, that have the means to do the work. And then because you're making so much money off of them, you're able to give back your time to the community, um, and like to do passion projects and stuff like that. And I remember when she had said that, like I really, really liked that, but like I think my body just really needed to experience what it was like to give back to the community, because like I had never really given back to the community before, and so it was really, really cool to do free mini sessions for like donations, and like it just brought me so much joy, so much joy. um, and I was so in my element and just loved every bit of it. And so I think also I was microdosing that day, so I think like the microdose really helped the neural pathways like connect and be like, oh, if I raise my prices and if I do programs, then like I can do this and it's not going to harm me any, because I have the money for all the things I need, and now I have the space to give to these people. Like this is so awesome. So it was a really cool experience. And then yeah, I don't know, like that was the healing festival. It was so much fun. I had a blast. And if you are one of the people watching this from the festival, thank you for being there that day, and thank you for letting me work on you. um, and then yeah, I don't know, I think that just sums it up. And then next time I do a festival, I'm sure I'll do things similar and learn even more. um, and then I'll do a video on that, and then eventually I'll get around to doing more videos on flower essences. I haven't really been taking them because with the wedding and just like I've been so stressed, like so stressed. My period is like super dysregulated right now. It has been for weeks, and I believe that it's dysregulated because it's my body's way of releasing all the stress that had been stored in it during wedding planning. But once I'm like less stressed out, I'll go ahead and start doing videos on flower essences, because those are great to learn and teach about. I will say that I had a friend that started taking the large flower essence, and I don't think she was quite prepared for the emotional stuff that it brought up, which again, I can't say that enough. Like with flower essences, like you gotta have some type of self-awareness, because it's really easy to confuse the past with the present. So like I can't remember what larch is for. I want to say it helps with like confidence. So like let's say something came up from when you were in middle school and got bullied, right? And so it's like, I don't know, fear of getting bullied or something, or like you were overwhelmed because you're getting bullied and your parents wanted you to have good grades, right? And then meanwhile in this part of your life, like things are going pretty good, like you've made progress in like therapy, you're feeling kind of uplifted, and like you're starting to like enjoy like alone time more, or enjoy your friends more, whatever direction your path is going. And then all of a sudden you just feel like this overwhelmed, fearful energy, and you're like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, and I can't handle it, I don't know where this came from. And if that feeling continues, it's a good sign that it's something being worked out of you by the flower essence from the past, not the now. That's why with essences it's really a good idea to journal when you're taking them, because then you have a really good idea of like what you're working through. And it's a good idea to even just purchase them with something specific you want to work through, and maybe with that something specific, like at least have a general idea of the emotions that you think might be getting worked on, so that way when they do come up, you're able to probably tell that they're from the past and not so much the now. And then you can ground yourself and regulate yourself and hold space for yourself to feel these things as the flowers that flower out of you. Flowers got jokes. So yeah, that's the only thing I have on essences right now. I'll also be working on making custom flower essences, and I'm going to start making more gem essences. During the wedding, I did get gifted a bunch of stock bottles so I could put essences in them. Um, So I'll start working on that soon. I ordered some tincture bottles, they're in the mail. So if you would like me to make a custom essence, please message me on Instagram at Flow and Glow Reiki or facebook.com/Flow and Glow Reiki. I would love to make you a custom essence. You can tell me like what it is you kind of want to work through, and then we can get that set up. And then I'll also be working more on creating intention-based candles with like gemstones and oils and Reiki infusing them. Um, and yeah, like, and then of course, naturally, if you want any like energy healing sessions, just please message me and we can set something up. I would love to work with you, and I would love to help you in your journey and help educate you and just like provide support. Um, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Every subscription is wonderful and helps quite a bit, and it just makes me happy to see my audience grow and to see like where I'm reaching. So yeah, thank you. I hope this video was enjoyable, and enjoy your day. Thank you. Goodbye.